Jack Young and Sheila Dixon, and y'all always talk about I'm from Baltimore. I got adopted on my 50th birthday when I got kidnapped by the state of Maryland. No, y'all adopted me before I got locked up. When I get locked up? Before or after this?
After.
After?
After you got out from
Illinois or Maryland?
Maryland.
All right. I got adopted by the Stokes family because I was homeless. I lost my mother. I lost my family. I was homeless here. So the family of the Stokes, they adopted me. And I've been knowing Charlie since 1991. Charlie a witness to a lot of things that was going on to me in my life. And Charlie is a witness that y'all never called. The grand jury needed his testimony. All right. Because Charlie and me been like brothers ever since I came to Baltimore. I came here straight out of the Illinois Department of Corrections. I worked at TMP Engineering, A&L Abatement, and I was a whistleblower on the asbestos companies because y'all was racketeering and fraud in the asbestos industry, the courts, the schools, the contracts that y'all was doing. My shit is on file. This is Charlie Stokes. This is my brother, right?
Yes.
Don't our uncle work at SunTrust Bank?
Yes, Cousin Pete.
Cousin Pete work at a SunTrust Bank at the state's attorney's office.
Yeah, Cousin Pete.
Cousin Pete, I work with a lot of Stokes. A lot of people know me in Baltimore, right? I'm related. I created the underground, right?
Yeah.
When I came to Baltimore, I came straight out the Illinois Department of Corrections. I've been a prisoner's right advocate since I came here, right?
91.
Since 1991, all right? This is how long he been knowing me. He paid my bail to get out of jail in 2011, right? When I got incarcerated for putting them toilets in front of Towson.
2011, yeah.
Yep. These is not my signature on this checks, is they?
Nope.
You also came to testify about Jake stealing my store, right?
Yes.
The store was never sold. Jake Davis and my landlord wrote an illegal lease, correct?
Correct.
I was locked up. I got sole proprietorship. Nobody can sign my checks, none of that, right?
Right.
Before I got locked, you gave Jake money for my bail money, right?
Yes.
Did Jake never sent me that money that you know of, right?
But I gave Jake the money.
All right. This was in 2008. All right.
It was in the winter of 2008. Yeah.
And Jake wrote a lease to my landlord, and my landlord and Jake took over my store in 2008, correct?
Correct.
No property was changed, no taxes was paid, none of that, right? You went to try to testify in my trial, but Baltimore County State's Attorney never contacted you, did they?
Nope.
Scott Schellenberger never contacted you, did they?
Nope.
All right? That's when I put that toilet in front of Towson. You was surprised that they locked me up because that was about my property on Falls Road, right?
Yes, it was.
I was making a movie and a documentary, wasn't I?
Yes.
Jake signed the movie release, didn't he?
Yep.
Rob Fix was part of the movie, and he was making a documentary, Letters Design, right?
Yep.
Rob Fix never turned over and never finished that movie, did he?
Nope.
He owed me for that movie. You feel me? You feel me? Now, Charlie was willing to testify because Jake never did what Jake was supposed to do. I fired Jake and was running the store by myself, remember?
I remember.
Me and Miss Hazel was the only ones at the store. Me and little old white lady, Miss Hazel.
And your little buddy.
The dummy?
No. The little boy.
Oh, the little white boy. Yeah.
What,
I forgot his name. I forgot his name, but when I got out of jail, Jake flipped him. When I went down there, he was talking about whooping. I was gonna have to whoop that little white boy ass up there about my store.
He's gonna fight you.
Yeah, I was gonna beat his little ass. He ain't know. I got out of jail in June of 2008. When I went back to my store, I went down there and they told me that ain't my store. And I was getting ready to whoop the little white boy ass. I had to go see my son. And when I got out of jail, me and Jake had a fight. Me and Jake, I just got out of jail. I lost like some weight. We was at his house on Ringwood. You remember the story I told you?
Yeah.
And hey, Charlie was at they sold me at Fox 45 sold me, right?
Oh, yeah.
An auction.
Yeah.
Stein Saunders got the videotape, right?
Oh, man, I remember that day.
All right?
Yeah.
We was at Fox 45.
We had some fun that day.
We was down at the Harbor East at the Marriott.
Yep.
I was the star attraction.
Yes.
All right? Fox 45 sold me for $1,500. Fox 45 sold me for $1,500. All right, and what it was they was auctioning off people. I was showing my shorty program to raise money for my shorty program in Fox 45. All right, I gave the tape to Stein Saunders from WJZ.
WJZ?
Yeah, I gave this tape to Stein Saunders, and this is what I gave to Stein Saunders. I gave this tape to Stein Saunders, and Stein Saunders gave that tape to PFK Boom. That's how me and PFK Boom got hooked up. All right? Now, WJZ knew all about this because, like I said, I was making a movie about your prison industry and the money you make off of black bodies. And that's my witness because my brother been my brother since I started this. I ain't never asked him to get in my fight, but he been on the sidelines. When I needed him, he put up my bail money, my get out of jail money. You feel me?
I got your back.
And when I got out of jail, the most embarrassing moment I ever had in my life, this nigga had to buy me drawers. This nigga took me to the store. He said, what you need? What you need? Nigga, I need everything. I ain't got nothing. How can another man ask another man to buy him some drawers because I ain't got a nickel, not a dime? I was homeless. You feel me? I went from something to nothing. I was making $260,000 a year, wouldn't I?
Yes.
I was making $260,000. You seen my books. You seen my paperwork. You seen my checks.
I was there some of them days. Shit, I remember.
We was making that money. It's like I was selling drugs, wasn't it?
Yes, I remember.
So why would I give up a $260,000 a year job, making money hand over fist for nothing?
That's why I was so surprised when I came up there.
And you see how many times they locked me up? They locked me up 2 times because they want to stop my funding for my movie. I can't make my movie without no money, but I don't make my movie anyway. Social media for social change. Racism in your judicial system. When I came here straight out the penitentiary, didn't I?
Yes.
For selling guns and drugs, didn't I?
Yeah, I remember.
For shooting up the town, remember? You read my criminal background. And remember the white boys when they read my shit?
Phil Knight. and what was it?
All of them. Jim, all of them.
Yeah.
They read my
Nick.
They read my criminal background. They ain't mess with me, did they? They thought I was nuts.
Yeah.
We hired him, and I used to be the project manager. I went from worker to project manager in less than 2 years, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
We worked at Fort Meade. We worked at
government.
We worked at government facilities.
Yes.
We worked at the NSA, the CIA. Yes. We worked at Langley. We worked at Quantico.
I was gonna say, what's that army out there?
Fort Meade, Fort Detrick.
Fort Detrick.
We worked at the chemical shit because we did chemical and biological cleanup. All right, we did the cleanup here in Baltimore when they was doing the Harbor East.
The pipes.
The pipes.
In the ground.
And the pipes in the ground in the city. The asbestos removal.
Yeah, excavation. Isn't that what it
was?
Yeah.
Now, if you go to Fern Shin from the Baltimore Brew, in front of the school board, I left a toilet, and that toilet was about the money that they was skimming off of the schools, right? Remember Towson? We did Towson High School. We did Baltimore City Schools, Baltimore County Schools. And the money that they was making off the contractors was skimming because they wasn't paying the workers.
We didn't get no scale.
We didn't get no scale money.
Maybe one job.
No, but see, they were skimming the money. The school board and the contractors was skimming the money from the blacks and the Hispanics because I was running the contracts. And that's when I blew the whistle on the school board and how I was taking the money from the contractors. We ain't got no labor union, but when I came on the job, you gave me all my money, didn't you? I went from worker to project manager. I ran the project out in, Pennsylvania at the FBI building, the Wanamaker building. I ran that project. And that's when Phil called me a nigga. I was the most expensive nigga he ever met. Because I cost him everything. I cost him everything. He called me. I'm not going to look. That man called me a nigga on my job. And he did it in front of some people. And I can't put my hands on you when you white and you call me a nigga, but I'm going to put my hands in your pockets. Mm-hmm. And I put my hands in Phil's pockets, and Phil's whole job, TMP Engineering, lost $1 million contract. You contact TMP Engineering, look at the state of GSA versus TMP Engineering. I blew the whistle on TMP Engineering for fraud. The same way I blew the whistle on Baltimore City and Baltimore County schools.
And that was back in 93?
93, because you fired me and I couldn't get no job. I got blackballed. That's when I opened up my shorty's bootleg. I opened up that barbecue joint a little bit later because I got tired of scraping and scrounging.
Yeah.
Man, look, I got a witness.
And then after that, that's when you bought the store.
I bought the store. They put me out of Green Spring Station because I was making too much money. Made me pay $600 a week rent, but I was still making money. I went up to Falls Road and I was still making money. That store on Falls Road belonged to me. Yeah. Unless the state can prove that they made that transaction legally, this is my witness.
Yes.
All right? Me and the whole Stokes family.
Yes.
Now, when I came to Baltimore, this is what got y'all, that fucked y'all up, because I told y'all I didn't have no family here. It wasn't your business if I had family here. When y'all locked me up, y'all said, do I got next of kin? Nope. My mother died. My son got killed in Chicago. I'm from Chicago. I ain't got no family in Baltimore. Because if I'd have told you I had family in Baltimore, you'd have been fucking with my family. You fuck with my family, you're going to fuck up. Because you going to fuck up. All right? You mess with the Stokes and the Davises, and you have no idea what you did. Now, I got family all over Baltimore. I got a lot of Stokes all over Baltimore, and we related. I'm the cook. I cook for the family reunions. And I am the subject of the conversations every time we have it. I'm the cook for the family reunions, ain't I?
Yes. Who's that cooking? Boy, I can smell that stuff. Yes.
And Uncle Pete at the state at SunTrust Bank.
Cousin Pete.
Cousin Pete. I call him Uncle because Cousin Pete at SunTrust Bank. All right, Cousin Pete at SunTrust Bank be rolling and laughing. Because, see, the law say that y'all can't deny me access to the SunTrust Bank or the state's attorney's office. And I ain't going to never make Cousin Pete do his job, but ask Cousin Pete how many times they call the police. I was making a movie and a documentary, and this was how I did it. That's the Baltimore Ravens. These are my customers. It's the Shorty program. I was making a movie about your prison industry and the money you make off of black bodies. And these are the black faces that have been selling out black Baltimore. That's Bobby Zirkin. Y'all send a lot of black people to jail, but send Bobby Zirkin to jail. Send Scott Schellenberger to jail. Start sending some of these white people to jail, because y'all good at sending black people to jail. I went to jail. I'm willing to go to jail to prove my point, because like I said, it's get shorty. You got more shorty than you can stand. Get shorty. You got it? Sheila Dixon know me. Everybody know me. This is about racism in your courts. And Rob Fix owe me a movie, Letters Design. My intellectual property. Governor Hogan got it. And that's the Circuit Court of Lake Baltimore County. That's the Attorney General Disciplinary Committee, because I'm going to show you how you selling black bodies out in Illinois and in Maryland. And these is the charges. Because like I said, I'm a jailhouse lawyer. And I got my paperwork. These is forged checks. And that's the Supreme Court of the United States in 2007. It's called entrapment. I tricked your asses off. I told you I'm a finesse hustler. That's my store on Falls Road. I want my property. I'm Shorty, community activist, not a terrorist.